Hey guys, MA Fish Guy here, coming at you with a substrate question when it comes to sand. Now, a lot of people like to use regular aquarium safe sand, which I don't blame you, but you can also use the sandblasting media as well. And I kind of want to show you a comparison of the three, that way you can make a decision for yourself, and that way you can save some money in the meantime too. So, when it comes to all these sands, I use all of them in each one of my aquariums, and I'll show you that in a little bit in the video. But each one has their benefits, their colors, different things like that. But for this 10-pound bag right here, I paid $8.99. Now the consistency of the sand is almost like a confectionery sugar. So I know a lot of people complain that, when the sand is that small of a granule that it stirs up rather easy, it can make the tank cloudy, and that's certainly true. Now, the problem I have with this sand, because it is so small, is that sometimes if I have a big fish in the tank, it's not such a big problem with the African cichlids right now, but as they do get bigger, of course, when I had my Severum in the tank and he kicked it up and that stuff got caught in the filter, it would grind down the impeller. Now, there's a couple of different methods you can use to save that I can go over in a later video, but you can also put sponge around the intake of your filter to kind of help reduce the amount of sand that's picked up in the aquarium. So the next one, and this one's a little bit thicker, a little bit bigger in granule size, and this is going to be the Fluorite Black by Seachem. Now, I like this sand as well. It's meant for a planted tank if you want to do a sand in a planted tank. And like I said, the granule is probably about a little bit smaller than sugar. It's really easy to work with. The only thing I don't like is that it's cloudy. As soon as you put that in, if you don't rinse the stuff, if you don't stir it up quite a bit for numerous months of time, it still will give a puff of like brown and kind of like a dust cloud almost, pretty much. And that's one kind of downfall to it. It is kind of rather dusty. I don't know if that's the actual stuff in the substrate that helps the plants, but it can still be unsightly to someone that's not used to it. But like I said, if I have a fish that stirs up the tank and it kicks up, there's like a poof of dust coming up. So, like I said, these ones can be rather expensive. $8.99 for this, and I think I paid around $17, $18 for this bag right here. And I think it's only a 20-pound bag, which they do tanks perfectly fine. But next, you can go to like Tractor Supply, you can go to Lowe's, you can go to Home Depot, your hardware stores, anything like that, and get this sandblasting media. Now, it's almost the same consistency as the actual white sand right here. It blends up together pretty nice. But I paid $7.69 for this 50-pound bag. And what I like too is that I know one thing that a lot of people complain about. I bought the and let's see if it's on here. It's the fine sand, the fine to extra fine, which is a 40-80 to 30-60. You can also get a medium size as well. Some people like that because the granules are a little bit bigger, and they say that they don't stir up as much. But with this, I haven't had the problem, and I've had this in the tank for about 2 days now, and even when I stir it up, just like I say with the Fluorite Black, it doesn't really kick up any dust, which is nice. I'm sure if a big fish swam by it and kicked it up, then this would kick up a little bit and could get stuck in the filters. So if you do have a bigger fish, then you can go with a bigger size medium granule, and I think it's the same price for the same size bag. So I'm going to show you it in the tanks, but like I said, this sand is really nice. It's the same consistency really as a Supernatural, which is kind of cool, but a heck of a lot cheaper. So I'm going to show you each of the different sands in my aquarium so that way you guys can kind of see the look of it. So the first sand is the Fluorite Black by Seachem. Now like I said, it's real nice. It has a real nice uniform look. It's real sharp looking. But like I said, here's my only complaint that I have about it. Is when you go like this, all that dust and sand or whatever particles it is kicks up, and it can kind of be unsightly. It can make the tank cloud up a little bit, which is kind of annoying, but I mean it does settle down rather quickly, which is nice. So the next one I'm going to show you is the sandblasting media. Now this stuff, what's nice is it doesn't really kick up too bad. And when it does, it sinks down immediately and goes right back to where it needs to be. So like I said, it doesn't cloud up the tank, it doesn't give a like a dust bowl look to it or anything like that, which is kind of nice. So the next one I'm going to show you is the Supernaturals. The next thing I'm going to show you is the Supernaturals, and that one's by Carib Sea, and I will show you that upstairs in my African cichlid tank. Alright, so the next one here is the Carib Sea Supernaturals, and I still have to add some more sand to it. That's what I'll be doing today actually, but I wanted to show you, like I said, the same test. You kick up the sand and see what happens. So this one, like I said, what's nice, it's a heavier sand, so it kicks back down and settles down rather quickly. Like I said, you have a little bit of particles kicking off the glass, but that's about it, and it settles down rather easily and rather quickly. And some of that might just even be debris from the tank too, but you still see a little bit of sand particles going up into it, and that's, like I said, can be a problem because if it gets caught in the intake of the filter, you'll destroy your filter one after another. So the sandblasting has actually become one of my favorite ones after only using it for a few days, just because of the heaviness of it. I've probably killed 3 filters using normal sands, play sands, because it is so light, and if the fish kick it up, then it's just a disaster. So hope that helps you guys pick out the different sand medias. I will put a link down below to all 3 of them so you can check them out and what the cost comparisons are. But I probably saved, if you round it up, even for the $17 to $18 for the 20-pound bag, maybe $36, if not more. It's probably around $40 for 50 pounds of the Fluorite Black, where, like I said, I only paid $7.69 for 50 pounds. And then for the Carib Sea Supernaturals at $8.99, a 10-pound bag, so you round that up to 9, so that'd be $45 for 50 pounds of that. So you save quite a bit of money. I'm paying a fraction of what it costs to do all the tanks. So if you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, leave them down below. Like I said, the sandblasting, yes, it does come in extra fine, and medium. You just kind of have to play around with what works best for you. A lot of times if you go to the hardware stores, they have a piece that's like a big blue tab on the right, and you can lift that up and kind of see what the different consistencies are. And a lot of times you're just going to find it poured out on the pallet anyway from someone else doing the same thing. So thank you guys for watching. Hope this helps. Share this video, like it, hit that subscribe button, and stay tuned for more videos.